Hi guys, before we get started with the video, I'd like to extend a special thank you to all of my Patreons.
Hi, I'm Spyn, and today I want to talk to you about nihilism. When looking around for a topic for today's video, I found myself thinking, I haven't really done anything on the different types of nihilism. Now sure, I've discussed it, and I've used it as a jumping off point, and also as a punchline, but I've never taken an in-depth view at certain types of nihilism. Now, there are many different types of nihilistic points of view, but for the sake of the video and for the sake of time, we're only going to be discussing two different types. The first type is going to be existential nihilism, and the second type will be cosmic nihilism. So before we get into the different types of nihilism, I think it's a good idea that we get a general overview of what nihilism itself means, just so that everyone has a good grounding. Nihilism basically means the rejection of all religious and moral principles and the belief that life is meaningless or without meaning in general.
But in a more philosophical sense, it's the viewpoint that suggests the denial of, or lack of belief in, the reputedly meaningful aspects of life. So, with that out of the way, now that everyone has a more thorough grounding in what nihilism is, we can start discussing the individual types.
First on the list is existential nihilism. It's a philosophical theory that life has no intrinsic meaning or value in respects to the universe. Existential nihilism suggests that a single human, or indeed the entire human species, is insignificant, without purpose, and unlikely to change in the totality of all existence. Sounds pretty awesome, right? Now, most commonly, people that hear this definition immediately assume, incorrectly, that people that follow this particular philosophical viewpoint have no values attached to life or anything. This, however, is far from the case. Just because life has no intrinsic meaning does not mean that you cannot give it some meaning yourself. The suggestion here is that since there is no intrinsic meaning or value, you must come up with an intrinsic meaning or value yourself, and not be beholden to viewpoints that have already attached meanings to them. In other words, find your own meaning. This, of course, means you're going to have to exercise some creative thought to find these meanings, and I have rudimentary faith it's a turn of phrase. Like when Christians say, scientifically speaking, that most of you will be able to accomplish this. Others, not so much. In short, existential nihilism suggests that the only reason life has any meaning at all is because we choose to give it that meaning or value. Sort of like a toy that doesn't include the batteries, you can only bring out the most of it after you put something into it. Like a fox at a room party. Now let's talk about cosmic nihilism. This can be seen as the logical extension of what one might call normal atheism. The idea is basically that the cosmos is nothing but a vapid void of fiery stars. The galaxy is without God, gods, or goddesses, or what have you, without any intelligent design, rhyme, or reason. It truly has no purpose, and therefore life on Earth has no purpose. And by extension of that, nothing has any purpose, and everything is meaningless. Cosmic nihilism would suggest that existential nihilism is just merely a coping mechanism, so that people can continue to believe that there can be a meaning to an existence. At the end of the day, we are nothing more than a flash in the pan. Our indescribably short existence as an insignificant speck of dust on this backwater planet is the punchline to the joke that the cosmos has been telling for eons. This in the face of an unfeeling and endless void that will ultimately and mercilessly grind us back into the stardust from which we came. There is no escaping the ultimate heat death of the universe. And even if we were able to live forever, which we're not, it would only be to look forward to nothing more than the cold black nothingness of the void as we slowly watch every star die 1,000 deaths before ending its life cycle as nothing more than a cold black sphere. So given all of that, every possible human accomplishment, every building, every city, every text, every feeling, every emotion, every fact, every reason will ultimately succumb to the void. Ultimately, in this worldview, nothing matters Because at the end of the day, nothing will exist. Nope.
Thank you for being a friend.
So guys, that was the two versions of nihilism. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope it made you think. And also remember that just because life has no intrinsic meaning doesn't mean that it really changes anything. You can still talk to your friends. You can still do the things you like. It changes absolutely nothing. The time that you have on this planet is still yours. Again, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, like, share, subscribe, do all of the things, hit the bell, and let me know down in the comments below what type of nihilist are you, if you are indeed a nihilist. If you're not, that's cool too. Let me know down in the comments below. If you want to hit me up on social media, or you'd like to sponsor the channel on Patreon, I'll leave all of that in the description down below the video. And like always, guys, I have some words to leave you with. We are all equal in death. Bye.